Introduction to Common Issues with Bill.com API SDK. The Bill.com API SDK is a powerful tool that allows developers to integrate the Bill.com platform into their applications, streamlining accounting and payment processes. However, like any complex system, it can be prone to certain issues that may hinder its functionality. This tutorial aims to guide you through the common issues encountered when using the Bill.com API SDK and provide practical solutions to overcome them. Authentication and authorization issues. One of the most common issues with the Bill.com API SDK is authentication and authorization. To resolve this, ensure that you have the correct API keys and credentials. Double-check that your API keys are properly configured and that you are using the correct authentication method. It is also crucial to handle token expiration and renewal properly to avoid authentication errors. Data validation and error handling. Another common issue is data validation and error handling. The Bill.com API SDK requires specific data formats and validation rules. Make sure to validate all input data and handle errors properly to avoid errors and exceptions. Implementing robust error handling mechanisms will help you diagnose and resolve issues quickly. Rate limiting and performance issues. Rate limiting is another issue that can affect the performance of your application. The Bill.com API SDK has rate limits on the number of requests you can make per minute. To avoid hitting these limits, implement caching mechanisms and optimize your API requests. This will help improve the performance of your application and prevent rate limiting issues. Best practices for using the Bill.com API SDK. To get the most out of the Bill.com API SDK and avoid common issues, follow these best practices. First, always refer to the official documentation for the most up-to-date information on API endpoints and parameters. Second, implement robust logging and monitoring to diagnose and resolve issues quickly. Finally, test your API integration thoroughly to ensure it works as expected. Conclusion. In conclusion, while the Bill.com API SDK can be prone to certain issues, these can be easily resolved by following best practices and taking a proactive approach to debugging and troubleshooting. By understanding common issues such as authentication and authorization, data validation, and rate limiting, you can build a robust and reliable integration with the Bill.com platform. Remember to always follow best practices and stay up to date with the latest documentation to ensure a seamless and efficient integration.